What's up, everybody? I'm InfernalColonel, and I just had to let that music finish. It was so epic, it deserved to climax by itself. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday. Happy start to your hopefully long holiday weekend. It's been a long week, even though I was off for 3 days. Today felt like a super long day, but hey, it's Friday night. Got 4 days off coming up. It's a good time to be alive. Welcome to the stream. This is 60 Seconds. This game came out, I don't know, a couple years ago maybe at this point. I think it was pretty popular when it first came out, but nobody seems to be playing it these days, so I figured I'd give it a spin. I have watched it a couple times before. I played it once or twice off stream. But other than that, I'm going in blind, so I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, but we're going to have a good time doing it, and hopefully we'll survive and get to the end. I'm going to give it at least a couple goes today. We're doing the typical classic apocalypse survival mode, which basically has 3 phases to it, pretty much. I guess it's really 2 phases, but the first phase is kind of broken into 2 real short phases. So the way this game works is you are in this case, this guy, Ted, and you have a family of 4, so a wife and 2 kids, and the game starts off with you in your house, and you have 10 seconds to look around the house real quick, kind of get your bearings. It's kind of procedurally generated every time, so all the stuff that is in the house is in a different place every time, including the people. And then the game gives you 60 seconds, hence the title, to go around and grab whatever you can find, whatever you want to take with you into your bunker. You only can carry a few things at a time, so you kind of have to go grab what you want, drop it in the bunker, go grab some more stuff, drop it in the bunker, etc. And by the end of the 60 seconds, you have to be within like a foot or 2 of the bunker, or else you just die when the bomb drops and the game is over. So the premise of the game is 10 seconds to look around, 60 seconds to scavenge, and then you basically have to survive after that for as long as possible, using what you've scavenged as well as what you can find after the fact. Dragon New Light, thank you so much for that follow, man. How you doing? Happy Friday, welcome to the stream. Really appreciate that follow. Let's get started. I'm certainly not an expert at this game, but I learn every time I play it. So the first thing I've learned is that we really want to try to find the radio. So I'm going to do my best to look for that radio. Got the suitcase over there, we got the gas mask. I don't see the radio yet. But let's just start in here. Grab what we can, get the gun. Not much else in here. Drop what we can in here. I'm going to try to bring all 4 people. So I'm just going to grab them kind of right away. Oh, there's the radio. Man, that thing is right in the way. Grab that. And the radio. Could have gotten that water too. Next I'm going to focus just on get the people. Get the daughter. Can't carry much with the daughter because she's kind of big. Got a water. Oh man, this furniture is killing me. Oh, this is not good. Alright, let's see if we can find the boy. Where's the boy at? Where is he at? There he is. Gotta grab some food. Alright, we'll get the food. We'll grab what we can in the immediate area, and then we're out of here. That's it, we got the checkerboard. 2015. Wow, alright. I was trying to figure out when it came out. I thought it was at least a couple years ago. Is it 3 years old then? I watched it I think when it came out, but this is my first time playing it this week. I did a little bit of a stream of it on Wednesday, just kind of a game worth, but haven't really played it much. I also though just got 60 Parsecs, which is the sequel to this game that takes place in space. So we'll be playing that on stream probably next week, depending on how far we get in this game today. You never played it? Oh man, highly recommend it. I think they're both on sale right now. Steam has their big winter sale going on right now, and pretty much everything is on severe discount, so highly recommend checking out whatever games you have on your wish list. But if you already have this one, fire it up, man, play it. Alright, so here we are in our bunker. Got the gas mask, got some soup. Don't really have much of a diversion. At least we got the radio. That was my #1 priority. we got an extra water, and it looks like we're pretty good on food. Through my brief experience with this game, I have decided that I'm going to wait as long as possible to feed these people. Until they're really about to die, I'm going to hold on to that food, because this stuff goes pretty quick. Especially with 4 people. I'm sure you could just not grab all the people and survive by yourself for a long time, but I feel like it doesn't really count unless you grab the whole family. So far, the furthest I've made it is day 40, which is not very far into the game. Chucklefox, what's up, man? How you doing? Happy Friday, Chuck. Hope everything's going for you. Is Ruddy done streaming? Or was he even streaming today? I didn't even see him on. But yeah, let's get stuck into this. So, day 1, we're gonna have to make a decision on whether or not we want to send people out on an expedition. We'll have to see. Right now we don't really need any particular resources, but we do have the gas mask, which I think will allow people to survive a little bit longer if we do want to send them out early. One of the ways that our recent playthrough ended was we kept getting spotted when we were going out on expeditions, which caused bandits to kind of come to our bunker repeatedly, like every other day. We fought them off a couple times with our gun and our axe, but succumbed to them on the 3rd attempt, so part of me thinks we should maybe not send people out, but then part of me is like, we need all the resources we can get, so let's see what happens. We played I Spy and it was pretty fun for the first 3 minutes. Sounds about right. Do I want to hear a joke, Chucklefox? I do want to hear a joke. Lay it on me. So typically early on in this game, people don't really need anything, so I'm gonna hold on to our resources. So the question is, do we want to go out? I think I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna use that gas mask up. Better to get more stuff than we need. Oh man. Government just announced to be dropping crates filled with supplies in our area. They want us to use this gas mask already to go get it. Can I undo this? I can undo this, okay. Let's just use the gas mask to get the crate here. See how that goes. You're at the doctor today. Doctor said, did you know you have a piece of lettuce poking out of your butt? I answered, oh doctor, that is just the tip of the iceberg. Chucklefox, you are officially a dad. I know your baby is not yet born, but you are officially a dad. That is a dad joke if I ever heard one, but I like it, man. I like it. I'm a huge fan of dad jokes. Alright, so our gas mask broke. Not great. Went to get the supplies and our gas mask got damaged. The airdrop crate we found wasn't exactly huge, but it contained a few supplies. Of course, some soup and some water. So, see, we start getting these signals that, like, Mary Jane wants something to drink, Timmy wants something to drink, he's not looking well, there has to be some water for Dolores, but... And Ted actually needs water to survive. I'm actually gonna not give them water yet, until I absolutely have to. You have a 4-year-old already. Oh, alright, Chuck. I didn't know you guys already had a kid. Congrats on your second, then, on the way. Good to know. Dragon New Light. He's got a joke as well. Do you want to go see that new documentary about constipation? Oh wait, it hasn't come out yet. These are amazing jokes. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Alright, so they all need water, but I'm gonna risk it. I don't think anyone's gonna die on, like, day 3. They should be able to make it till, like, at least day 4 without anything. So we were gonna send people out on an expedition, but we don't have our gas masks, so I think what we're gonna have to do is just wait until the neighborhood's not radioactive anymore. Especially considering we actually are pretty good on water and food for now. So we'll hold them at home. We stumbled upon a weird signal changing radio frequencies. We're pretty sure that behind layers of terrible static and screams we could hear a voice. A voice speaking in a foreign language. Oh dear, what if it's the Soviets? Should probably listen to it, but what about the children? Let's listen. Gotta hear what's happening. We really want to try to save that radio for interacting with the government, since they're gonna, or the military, since they're probably gonna rescue us, but I can't resist. We were relieved at first when we figured out it wasn't Soviets we heard. Turned out it was the Canadians, which isn't much better. Burn. Either way, they're foreigners and we couldn't understand what they were saying. Not a word. Too many A's. Mary Jane keeps fainting. We need to find her something to drink. Timmy's in terrible shape. Okay, now they really need water. Dolores will not survive without water. Everyone's basically dead. Let's break out that water. I can't wait to play 60 parsecs because I haven't played that at all yet, and it looks like they might have added some cool features for that game, but I'm having a great time with this one for now. Area's still irradiated. I'm not sending anyone out just yet, until we need to. We're a regular family, so we have the occasional argument or two, but if it's never as intense as the fight we just got into, no one wants to speak to each other. Let's just hope this won't last long. Everyone looks good to me. Stopped arguing, but for how long? Who knows? Everyone's good to go. So we're 5 days in and we have actually pretty good resources here. What does the sign of a brothel that's gone out of business say? Beat it, we're closed. I wish you could see the face I'm making, Chuck. On that note, we are adding a camera to the stream probably starting not next week, but the week after. I'm trying to get it all up and running for the new year. I've got the camera connected, I've got the software kind of working to take out some of the background, kind of the automatic green screen. Getting a little bit of artifacting, so I'm trying to work that out before we launch that, but we'll have the camera going, I'd say 2 weeks from now. And then you will see all of my troubled faces. Alright, I think everyone's good though, right? Everyone's good. I really like the pace of this game. It's fun, it's like slow, but not too slow. It's kind of casual, you don't feel stressed when you're playing it, unlike a lot of the games I play. But it's still fun. Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. It's been too long. I can't believe I haven't gotten it up and running yet. I need to get a haircut too, that's kind of one of my other priorities here. Alright, our neighborhood is still radioactive, let's keep everyone inside for now. I also like keeping people inside because they don't get tired and they kind of stay on the same schedule when it comes to needing to eat and drink. Chucklefucks with the 100 cheer. Thank you, Chuck. I really appreciate that, man. And for charity, nonetheless. Good job. I know, 265K. They got a long way to go to catch Pink Mercy. I think Blizzard raised like 15 million with that or something, but this is a good chunk of change that Twitch is going for here. I've been cheering left and right on other channels as well, so definitely applaud anyone who contributes. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution? Ah, that's the scent of freedom that we miss. Let's get to day 6. Like I said, day 40 is as far as I've gotten so far, so our goal is set pretty low here. I don't even know how long it takes to actually get rescued, but we're going for 41 days this time. That's the goal. As long as we're safe, we can stay down here. Mary Jane isn't worried, Timmy's on his best behavior, Dolores is good, Ted's good. So we made it to day 7 basically, and we've used 1 bottle of water. Still highly radioactive. Does it take place after a nuclear war? It does. So at the very beginning of the game, which I think you just missed, you basically start out in your house and you have 1 minute, 60 seconds, hence the name of the game, to scavenge whatever supplies you can grab from your house. And the house is procedurally generated, so stuff is in a different place every time. And 60 seconds is not a lot of time. You really got to run around. You have to grab your family too. So between grabbing your family and a couple essential supplies, it goes quick. And then the bomb drops, so you basically have like 1 minute warning. And if you don't even make it to your shelter, you just die right away. And the game ends, so. Everything is shaking, cans are jumping all over the place. We have to grab something before it gets smashed to pieces. Definitely save the radio. I think the radio is the most important thing in the game. Flashlight would be nice too. We don't have a flashlight, which kind of sucks, because I think there's times when you can use it to signal for rescue. Is the family absolutely essential? They are not. They are not. You do have to have 1 adult alive or the game ends. So if both the father and the mother die, the game ends. Even if the kids are still alive. So I think at the very least you want to grab the wife to give you 2 people that can kind of run the show. The kids are more luxury items. You can definitely tell that to Yassi. Kids are luxury. Earthquake or not, nothing is going to stand between us and our daily dose of radio static. We were able to grab it before it could fall down and get smashed. Thankfully. Mary Jane is hungry and thirsty. Timmy's hungry and thirsty. As IRL, exactly. Baby gets first preference. The 4-year-old, though, total luxury. Dolores has not eaten. They all need water and food, pretty much. But can we stretch it one more day? I think we can stretch it one more day. Let's go. Hopefully nobody dies. Still irradiated. We don't have a medical kit, so we can't really take the risk of getting sick, unfortunately. So this is one of the most important mechanics in the game. You can choose to send people out or not every single day. Obviously you can go get supplies by doing that, but you also expose your people to all kinds of risks. So we're not going to do it until we really have to. When we opened the bunker door this morning to let in some fresh radioactive air, we discovered a small suitcase on our doorstep. There was no note on it, and the neighborhood seemed empty. Should we take a look inside? Who would leave a suitcase on the doorstep of a bunker in a nuclear fallout zone? Not somebody I trust. Alright, we stretched it one day. We're gonna definitely feed our people today. 8 days in and they haven't eaten yet, so pretty sure they need to eat. They definitely need water. We have no idea who left the suitcase, and nowadays you can't trust anybody. We're not risking our lives for some supplies. They could be poisoned. I'm sure it was poisoned. Or maybe it was like a gun. That would be nice. We need a gun. Do we have a gun? I can't remember. I think we do have a gun, but I don't think we have any bullets. Alright, so they need water bad. They want to eat, but they're not like dying of hunger. They're dying of thirst, so let's get the water going. We're gonna go one more day without food. Contamination is still strong. If only we could repair this gas mask, we could go outside, but for now we'll try without it. We were never a huge fan of mushrooms, but with a colony of them growing on one of the walls, we've changed our loyalties. Traitors. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? Eat the mushrooms. Everyone's hungry, so gotta eat something. Hopefully no one's dead. Hopefully no one's dead. Nice. One of the best parts of this game is every time the day refreshes, something bad could have happened overnight. You might have a dead body or something worse in your bunker. See what happened with these mushrooms. Those were delicious. Our only concern is that they were glowing in the dark, and now we are too. It's okay. Apparently those mushrooms satisfied everyone's hunger. I think we can go one more day without eating our soup. Neighborhood still highly radioactive. What could possibly go wrong by eating mushrooms growing on the wall? I mean, that's a good question. I can only think of good things. There's a Boy Scout handbook that you can grab in the house. I'm sure that would have something to say about mushrooms. We didn't get it this time. But it's actually kind of cool. It gives the game a really high replay value that every time you do this, you pretty much have different supplies. There's all kinds of stuff in the house that you can grab. Got a Christmas joke? Nice. I'm ready. I've got my groans ready to go. Locked and loaded. Decided to peek outside for just a minute to see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard a growl in the darkness and a pair of ferocious eyes appeared a few feet away. We only had moments to decide what to do. We need to save our gun for later, so we're not going to use the gun. Why does Santa Claus carry such a big sack? Dramatic pause. He only comes once a year. I'm gonna have to change this to a adult stream here. Mature audiences only if Chucklefucks is in chat. It's a good one though. Poor Santa. It happens when you've been married for like thousands of years. We felt it was too risky to face whatever horror awaited in the shadows. We did what any sane person would do. We shut the door. The creature was gone the next morning. Alright. We used the door instead of the gun. I think that was a good decision. Food, food, food. Everyone's hungry, but no one's dying of hunger. I think it's day 10 and we haven't eaten any of our soup yet. Let's just keep that streak going. We had thought phone calls were a thing of the past after the atomic bomb obliterated everything in our little town. However, a phone booth on our street survived the bombing somehow. It seems it's ringing right now. The spark between him and Mrs. Claus has fizzled out. It's a shame. Wonder if there's couples counseling at the North Pole. I think I'm gonna send the girl, because I can only imagine that after 10 days in a shelter, she is dying to talk on the phone. She probably doesn't know how to use a phone booth, since she was born like a decade after people stopped using them, but let's see how she does. Whoa, she's not looking so good. Who was on the other end of that phone call? When we answered the phone, we could clearly hear a gasp of relief from the caller. They introduced themselves as survivors from a nearby town of Hill Valley. We had started exchanging information when the call was cut short. Something must have gone wrong on their side. We hope they'll get back to us. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to the shelter, but she's starving, and she contracted an illness. From the phone. That's why you shouldn't give your kids phones. Timmy needs food, it's now or never. Everyone is super starving. Alright, we made it 11 days without eating food. I think it's time to feed our people. Ted needs water as well, but... and Dolores does too. Maybe we should just give everyone something to drink. Alright, everyone needs food for sure. Who needs water? He's not dying of thirst, just Dolores, I guess, is the only one who's not going to last long. So we'll give just Dolores some water. Still highly radioactive. I wonder how long it takes for the neighborhood to get cleaned up a bit. I kind of want to start sending people on an expedition, but we're going to hold off since we've waited this long. We have plenty of distant relatives, but none of them mean as much to us as Auntie Ada. She lives in the country, so there's a good chance she's still configuring her cow counting machine and not worrying about nukes raining down on her hen house. Too bad we don't have a photo of her, or do we? We put some photos into books a while ago after the giant coffee spill incident. Fortunately, we did not grab it. We did not grab the photo book. And she does not look good. Hopefully we can find some first aid. Whoa, Timmy is just... oh, everyone's dying. This went from bad to worse quickly. And so we're left with no photos. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Timmy's hungry and in terrible shape. He needs water. Dolores needs to eat. She just ate yesterday. Ted is hungry and he has got one foot in the grave. He needs to drink. Okay. Timmy and Ted need water. Timmy's very hungry. Mary Jane is hungry, Dolores is hungry, everyone's hungry, so let's just feed everybody. I'm not sure if feeding them and giving them water slows down their illness progression, or if it's just once they're sick, there's like a ticking time bomb. Contamination of our town is still strong. Unfortunately, with this many people sick, I think we have to send someone out, because we need first aid kits. So we're gonna send Ted tomorrow. We're a regular family. Up, they're arguing again. Ted looks bored out of his mind. Everyone's dying around him. Nothing better than the quiet after the storm. Mary Jane needs food and water. Timmy's very hungry. Everyone's hungry. They just ate 2 days in a row. I think we can last a little bit longer though. If only we had medicine. We do not. Alright, Ted, go find some medicine. You can bring the axe with you. I'm gonna save that gun just in case. Alright, Ted is out scavenging. Nothing happened today. Mary Jane needs food and she needs water. I think if we just give Mary Jane water, we're good for now. We're kind of running low on water, so I'm glad we sent Ted out. Hopefully he'll bring something. As long as we have food and water, we can stay locked in, but we'll have to leave eventually. It would be good to head straight to safety instead of getting ourselves into more trouble, if that's possible. Our hope is that our brave soldiers will come to rescue us and take us to some well-hidden, well-stocked government shelter. Timmy had comics about those, so you know they must exist. All we need to do is make contact with the military. Alright, we're going to use this precious radio. The radio is more important than just about everything else, but if we have a chance to talk to the military or the government, we pretty much have to take it. Hopefully it won't break. Yo, Chuck, we should get ready to play this game, by the way. I don't know if he's ever played it before, but I think he'd really like it. Does the radio have limited uses? I think every time you use just about anything in this game, it has a chance of breaking. I don't know if it's like a certain number of uses or if it's like a probability thing, but it could break at any time, so you're taking a risk when you use pretty much anything. We made contact. The military is out there and they're coming for us. All we need to do now is wait patiently. The soldier with the boring voice was very specific about this. Help is on the way. We just need to wait for further instructions and keep our radio in working order. So yeah, aka don't use the radio anymore. Until the military contacts us. Mary Jane is hungry, Timmy's hungry, and he needs something to drink. Dolores needs water. Alright, we'll just give Dolores and Timmy water. Right, that was what Timmy needed? Yeah. Water's kind of running low here, so gotta be a little bit careful. Mary Jane was injured on her last expedition. She didn't even take an expedition. Oh, she did. She went to go answer the phone. She didn't mention it to us, and we didn't notice. It wasn't a problem until just now. It seems her injury got infected, and she's in bad shape. We must help her. So we don't have a first aid kit. If we had the axe still, we could chop her appendage off, but Ted took the axe with him on his expedition, so... Rip Mary Jane. She's not gonna last very long. She's still here, though. Hopefully Ted gets back. Mary Jane will be fine. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last she's sick. She's looking a bit pale, though. Alright, I think everyone's good for now. You can't worry about people being hungry in this game. You can pretty much only feed them if they're actually starving to death. Answering the phone just outside was an expedition. For a teenage girl, I agree. Keep dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs. Who doesn't want cake? These guys have been sick for like the whole game pretty much, and they haven't died yet. Every day is a risk. What we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Mary Jane needs food and water. Timmy should eat. Dolores would really love to eat. We're gonna give Mary Jane a little water, and that's it. Hopefully Ted comes back eventually. The kids have been fidgety lately. They miss running around and playing games with each other in their rooms. Even though the shelter is way smaller than their bedrooms, there's some space in front of the table that seems perfect for wildly sprinting around and playing tag. Should we let them play? They're both really sick. This isn't gonna end well, but let's try it. Kid's got a kid. Unless Ted found a better family. Very possible. As soon as they got permission, Timmy and Mary Jane immediately started running around laughing, or at least spinning around since there's not much space in this shelter. During their playtime, they noticed a single bottle of water tucked in the corner behind some empty cans. Lucky find. Alright, we needed that water. Timmy has been talking about nothing other than water, alright? And Dolores needs water too. And food. And Timmy. Alright, we're gonna give Timmy and Dolores water and food. Mary Jane's fine. A sleazy-looking trader carrying an equally scruffy bag on his shoulder paid us a visit. He offered us a simple one-time deal. For just 1 can of soup, we get the bag and all of its contents. But wait, there's more. We can't see what's inside, and the trader gives us angry glances every time we take a step towards the mysterious bag. Should we make a deal? I think we're pretty well set on food, right? This would bring us in line with... We'd have the same amount of water as food if we do this. That water bottle was a lucky find. It was. A water bottle or a can of food will, like, carry your people for almost a week. Of course, they're all gonna die of whatever illness they have anyway. So let's just do this. See what we get. We got a cat. Another mouth to feed. But at least Ted came back, and it looks like he repaired our gas mask and got some bullets. And maybe water? As soon as the door closed behind the trader, the bag started to violently shake, emitting screeching, hellish sounds. Terrified, we backed up against the walls. When the beast finally escaped, it turned out to be just an angry house cat. The feline gave us a menacing look and promptly sat down in the corner to clean itself. Its collar says Sharikov. Is that its name? Ted's return. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside, even food different than tomato soup. Unheard of. A real treat in these post-apocalyptic times. When we were about to reach it, a terrible noise made us stop in our tracks. Something heavy fell straight from the sky, crashing into the store and destroying it completely. Was it Miss Marvel? After dust settled, we realized we were looking at a spaceship. Just like in Timmy's comics, could it be a saucer from Mars? Then why does it bear American flag on the side and the logo of something called Astro Citizen? Might be some meat on that cat. It might come to that. It very well might come to that. Under a bunch of metal space junk, we found a tired old teddy bear and some supplies. The bear looked disappointed. We ended up turning him around. Could not handle his judgmental button eyes. +2 soup. Someone stuffed a bunch of items into a big sock. Not sure how the sock made it through the crash, but it somehow succeeded at protecting ammunition. We were tempted to take a bunch of jewelry that was rolling around the debris, but what would we do with it? Instead, we adopted some things that survived thanks to being stuck in an empty space helmet. Gas mask and 2 water. That's actually a really good expedition. So we got 2 food, 2 water, ammunition, and a gas mask. That's pretty excellent. We did lose our axe, though. Which, fortunately, it doesn't sound like we're going to need to chop off Mary Jane's hand. Mary Jane is starving. She needs food. Timmy's very hungry, but not starving. Ted's hungry. We're pretty good on supplies again. Alright, so Mary Jane definitely needs food. Just give her some food. I'm gonna try to stretch these supplies. Alright, so Ted went out into the contamination and didn't get sick. But he's tired, so we can't go out again. We need to wait till he rests. So we have a gas mask, so we could send out someone, but all these people are sick. I don't want to send them out when they're sick. We'll have to ask the cat to gnaw off Mary Jane's arm. Good plan. I wish this was like one of those old school games, like Camelot, I think it was called, where you could literally type in what you wanted the people to do, and the computer would like figure it out. You could have like King Arthur make out with Merlin. It was great. But yeah, if you could like literally type in like cat eat her arm, that would make for a pretty cool game. You'd expect a nuclear explosion would be enough to quench any petty arguments. When the future is not looking too pretty and all you see is naked walls, not much is necessary for an explosion. It happened, we started fighting like crazy. Man, Ted's not looking good now. This whole family is not looking good. At least he's not sick, he's just tired. Alright, they gotta stop arguing. There's gonna be some mutiny here. Ted looks very weak. He needs to eat today. Jane needs some water. That. Let's go with that. There's always a lot of unresolved sexual tension between King Arthur and Merlin. I know. Well, go download Camelot from like 1990 and you can resolve that tension yourself. Today we found a letter from what seems to be other survivors. They claim they mean us no harm and want to get to know us better. They're asking to choose one person to represent us and come to a meeting tonight unarmed. Ooh, that's a tough call. I don't want to send Ted because he's tired. Everyone else is sick. Who's gonna go alone to a meeting at night unarmed? I'm gonna send the boy. No one would do harm to a unarmed boy at night, right? Let's hope. Could be cannibals, I know. Well, he made it back. Too bad we couldn't send the cat. I feel like the cat could represent us well. It's true, it's all true. There are really others just like us. We arrived at the rendezvous unarmed and on time, and we were greeted by a friendly-looking group of survivors. How lucky. You could send nobody. Yes, that's correct. I could have chosen not to send people. You can pretty much skip any choice adventure and just avoid it. But I don't know why I chose to send that. Skipping that was probably the smarter call, but hey, it worked out. They're being led by twins, a brother and a sister who seem to be friendly. They ask questions and promise to stay in touch. The cat has more personality than the rest of the family. Well, it doesn't help that they're literally all dying of some sort of, like, snot-based illness. Tuba was bad enough, but this coughing is even worse. Mary Jane needs medicine, and quick. She's probably gonna die soon, unfortunately. Ted needs to drink. I mean, we have plenty of resources. We just need some medicine. Awfully quiet outside. Okay, so maybe it's safe now. I think we have to send somebody. Who was about to die? It was Mary Jane, right? Yeah, so let's send the boy again. Seems to know what he's doing. And we really need some medicine. It's been a while. We don't know much about what's happening on the surface. If we only had a chance to tune into some emergency radio broadcast and learn a thing or two. Probably just a common cold. We can hope. I don't know, she kind of looks like she's a zombie at this point, so my hopes are not up. Alright, so this is a critical juncture here. Do we use the radio? Do we try to tune into the emergency broadcast? If we break the radio, we're probably just screwed, but you know what, let's do it. Maybe they'll tell us where some medicine is. Hey, the radio survived. And everyone's still alive somehow. No radio, I can't help myself. We got lucky again. I'm gonna hold off on the radio going forward though. That was our last gamble. We were able to get a weak signal and tap into government's emergency announcement service. And guess what? Great news! The fallout outside is mostly gone. It should be safer to travel on the surface now. Mary Jane is super hungry. Ted needs to eat. He's not a fan of Timmy is not a fan of syringes, but he needs a big one. The sooner the better. Dolores needs water. We were really just like bleeding these guys dry on resources. But hey, the more resources we have, the more we can trade, the more we can hopefully keep whoever lives alive a little bit longer. Alright, we're sending Timmy. I don't think he needs the gas mask. Unarmed Timmy did well last time, so we're gonna go with unarmed Timmy one more time. He's probably gonna be dead before he comes back. What does the cat eat? Good question. Whoever dies first is what the cat eats. Mary Jane needs food. Yeah. Timmy's gone. Hopefully he comes back. Everyone's hungry, but no one's starving. I'm actually gonna give Dolores some food. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper on its collar with an address scribbled on it. Could its previous owners still be around and worried sick? Chances are slim, but maybe we should pay them a visit, or at least whatever's left of them. Alright, cat. Let's find your home. And the cat is gone. Is this just me, or does she look worse than ever? I don't think she had these soup stains on her shirt before. We grabbed our new fluffy friend for a little stroll through the wastes, only to immediately run into a couple of gentlemen dressed in trench coats, fedoras, and shades. They gritted their teeth at the sight of the cat and said they'd been looking for it. I bet it's like a person who's been transformed into a cat. Apparently it belongs to their dear old Nan, who loves it dearly. Before we could utter a word, they took Sherikov, thanked us, and left. The cat didn't seem to mind, so maybe it's for the best. Mary Jane keeps fainting. She needs water. She's gonna die soon. Okay, because, yeah, she does look worse because she was sick, but now she's fatigued as well. Cat is just waiting for Mary Jane to die. Meat is back on the menu, indeed. Well, the cat is gone now, though. We gave him back to his owners, I guess, or not sure exactly what happened there. Mary Jane lives to tell the tale. Ted needs water to survive. So Ted and Mary Jane need water. It will be back. I wouldn't bet against it. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army is on the radio again. They're telling us to get out our flashlight and signal their aircraft. It'll be flying over our area later this evening. If they see our light, they'll know where to look for us. And we don't have a flashlight. Alright. My goal going into this playthrough today was to grab the radio. Now we know we need to grab a flashlight as well. I think those are the two top priority items, because if we could signal these guys... I don't know how an airplane's going to see a flashlight, but that would be nice to have. Too bad. I'll have to find another way out. And she's gone. They don't seem to mind, though. There goes the plane flying overhead. Why only bring the flashlight? I know. It's hard to think ahead when you're a teenage boy. Alright, so the parents seem unconcerned that their daughter is just gone. She looks a little pissed off. She might even be happy. She's like, whatever. We didn't need you. When Mary Jane's sickness got worse and when we weren't able to provide her with medicine, she decided it's time to cure whatever she had on her own. She left a note saying she's not coming back. She said she never liked our town to begin with. You go, girl. Find your own way. The signal has to wait. Besides, do they even know how much flashlight batteries cost? Especially in this economy. Dolores needs to eat. We only have 2 people right now. Hopefully Timmy comes back, but if not, these supplies will last a long time. Fortunately, Ted is not sick, too, so we have 1 person who's not sick yet. Dolores needs to eat and drink, but I think they're okay. Let's just stretch these supplies as long as possible. We were admiring the radioactive landscape when we saw a young woman dressed in ragged camo clothing. She had a nasty-looking rifle, but she hailed us in a polite enough manner. She claims to be a hunter tracking a big mutated spider. She ran out of ammo and told us that if we were to help her out, she would pay us back in a while. We want some spider meat. We can have our bullets. We're gonna die of sickness anyway. We don't need the bullets. You're right, Chuck. The cat is back. No respect for the checkerboard. We agreed, mostly because we're kind of curious to what she's planning to do with that spider once she catches it. She doesn't want to say. That's how you bag yourself a husband. Maybe one day we'll find out. To our surprise, we found Sherikov back in our shelter this morning. We're not exactly sure why or how it came back. Did we even open the door, or did it just like teleport inside our bunker? Is it our good care it appreciates, our kind hearts, optimism, or just our stockpile of soup? Dolores will not survive without water. Ted looks very weak. He needs to eat today. Let's just feed both of them at this point. I like to keep our supplies kind of lined up like that. We're a regular family, and now they're arguing again. At least the cat is there to break them up. And the cat, oh, I thought the cat was gone, but he just moved to a more a more imperial position, so he could lord himself over the family. Oh, Ted got sick. What is this sickness? What turns you green? I know, that maybe he climbed through this vent? I don't know. There's something interesting about this cat. Hopefully we live long enough to find out what it is. What are these, like, drawings on the wall, too? Who's this guy chopping down this fern? And what is this number? What's 10? 10 of what? That is the most smug-looking cat you ever saw? Yep. That's Sharikoff for you. You have to make a Sharikoff emote. Dolores is tired, but they haven't really been saying anything about her sickness, right? Like, I haven't seen one thing about her sickness, so hopefully she's, like, not gonna die anytime soon. Ted got sick. Ted's hungry and needs water, but not yet. Alright, we need to send somebody out because if we don't get a first aid kit, we're basically screwed. And Timmy, I don't think Timmy's coming back at this point. I don't even know when we sent him out, but it's been a while. There's a man on our doorstep and he wants to be our friend. At least that's what he says. He looks harmless, although he seems to have acquired an extra pair of arms as a result of some weird mutation. He assures us we will not get sick and asks for our help. If we could provide him and his group with some supplies, they would repay us by helping us fight off the next raiding party. Considering we only have 2 people and we're pretty good on supplies for now, I think we can do this. Do we have to give them both or just one? Okay, just one. Alright, we have more soup than water, so take a soup. At least the cat is happy. I mean, we're doing one thing right. The cat is probably happier now than he was before the apocalypse. Timmy can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. We can probably assume he isn't coming back. Well, that's not great. Whether it was pity or just fear of bandits, we're not sure, but in the end we agreed to his terms. We'll be calmer knowing that someone else is looking out for us. So, we just paid these guys a soup to protect us from bandits. But Timmy can't get in because there's raiders camped near us? This guy's a con man. Dolores needs a doctor now. Well, that's not good. Ted needs to drink and he's hungry. What is with the... I guess this is because we had the water selected before. Dolores needs a doctor. I'm not going to waste resources on Dolores because she's pretty much a goner. We're going to focus on keeping Ted alive. Alright, Dolores, if you make it to tomorrow, you're going out on an expedition. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, and a bit of debris falling from our ceiling. Truly a recipe for a good start to the day. As it turns out, Sharikoff found a new toy, a bit of innocuous wiring that got ripped out of the wall. Who knows what the cable's for, but our lights are still on, so it can't be that important, right? Should we take the wire away from our fluffy friend and investigate? Yes. Day 29. Still here. We followed the wire outside and found a half-burned-out truck with 2 surprised gentlemen inside, surrounded by an array of blinking bulbs. That's some space tech right there. Were they listening in on us, on our very own shelter? Their feeble excuse about a roadside picnic didn't convince us. Doesn't everyone go picnicking in a half-burned-out truck? Even Timmy knows you can't have picnics here. And the car had no wheels. Alright, Dolores needs to drink. Ted's hungry, but we're sending Dolores out, so... You know, actually... Hopefully Sharikoff counts as a valid survivor. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure only the adults count. Can't live without the adults. Alright, Dolores needs to drink. If we're gonna send her out, I might as well give her some water before she goes. Ted's hungry, but we're good. Alright, it's all you, Dolores. What would taking the checkerboard accomplish? She's probably gonna die before she comes back, so we're just gonna send her empty-handed. Hope she finds a medical kit. That's item number 3 that we need to make sure we grab next time. Radio, flashlight, first aid kit. Who needs food when you are dying of illness? Dolores is on her way to the surface. Let's hope she'll make it back safe and sound. Ted's hungry, but not that hungry. Agents who are spying on us are now at the door and want to explain themselves. Alright, what you got? And Ted's beard is getting to a critical mass. They briefly waved some sort of ID cards in front of our faces and told us they're on a top-secret government mission. The wiretap wasn't to spy on us, but rather on the cat. It's suspected of being a Soviet agent. They're willing to let us into their top-secret, super top-secret government safe house if we help them with some of their top-secret missions. They had assured us that they'd contact us again with more details. The cat's gonna be the only one left alive next time they come, so... they come soon. Ted's hungry, but I think he's good. Gotta stretch these supplies. Been busy since we got to the shelter. Much to be done. Trimming the shrubbery in our yard. Priorities. Cat's still here. Ted is looking real bad. This is not a sustainable appearance. We can make it work even in Toronto. Question is, how do we find a boat to get there? I heard that's the best way to get to Europe. You ready, Sharikov? You ready to eat Ted? Ted looks very weak. He needs to eat, he needs to drink. Can do. Sharikov seems to be fond of our checkerboard. Its favorite game during stretches of boredom is pushing the checker pieces off the table as it gazes intently at whoever happens to be sitting the closest. I wonder if it's some kind of message. The sound of checkers hitting the floor every 10 seconds is getting on our nerves, and we're considering taking the game away. Should we let Cherikov play with the checkers? I'm gonna let him play with it. This cat is the only thing keeping us going at this point. Gotta keep him happy. And the checkerboard is gone. Sharikov really went to town on this poor checkerboard. It ate several pieces and scratched the board. It's basically unplayable now. Guess it's back to rock, paper, scissors, atom bomb as our only entertainment now. Ted's hungry. Not that hungry. Being safe down here is much better than being pulverized out there, but that doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Maybe we could take a walk soon. Oh man, we really need the woman to come back. We need at least one first aid kit, or this run is boned. At least we still have the radio. We take care of ourselves. Ted's hungry. You make it one more day, Ted. Shine your boots and hoist the flag. The army is on the radio again. They're telling us to get our flashlight ready. We still don't have one. I wonder if we had the flashlight, if this would be like the end of the game. Come on, Dolores, come back with a flashlight and a first aid kit. Ted's a champ though. He's just chilling. He's gonna make it through this. Signal has to wait. During one of its insane episodes at 3 a.m. last night, Sharikov ran face first into the wall, causing a loose brick to fall out. Behind it was a cigar box with some ammunition inside. Sweet. Bullets for our gun. Ted needs water and his stomach is rumbling. Just rumbling. He doesn't need to eat yet. Wasteland is full of surprises, like this man on the other side of our door knocking and claiming that he's willing to offer a lot for a decent ammunition. Well, good thing we just got some. Instead of using the flashlight, maybe it would be enough to just flash them. I like how you think, Chuck. Our woman came back with a lock, no first aid kit, and no flashlight. I guess we should be happy she came back at all. Let's see what we got for this ammunition. We got one soup. He said he was prepared to offer a lot, and he gave us one soup. During our expedition, we stumbled across a half-ruined wall with some half-burnt painting on it, but quickly realized we found the ruins of our local museum. Normally we would never enter an establishment like that without a ticket, but desperate times call for desperate measures. In front of the museum canteen, we found a box with some water bottles in it. It was probably left there by some delivery company. That delivery company is probably out of business now. Our guess is it was blown out of the market. That is not nearly as good as your dad jokes, Chuck. I think you should be writing for this game, or at least the sequel. Alright, we got more water, which we don't really need, but we'll take it. Maybe we can trade it. Gift shop was in a sorry state. While it's still standing, the whole place was flooded with souvenirs and junk, or both. The only useful thing was a padlock. Well, at least we can lock ourselves in here when we're dead. They both need food. You know you have a career to fall back on? I know, man. I mean, this game was wildly popular in its day, so there's definitely a market for your skills. I think they can make it another day without food. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker soon. They want us to go on one successful expedition and write down what we saw in the journal. Dolores just came back, right? Is she tired? Yeah, she's tired, so we have to send Ted. Because I think if we send her out while she's tired, she might just die. I think Ted might be allergic to the cat, too. That's the only explanation for how bad he's doing. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she will not last. You get food, Dolores. If Sharikov considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on the head. All cats like a good pet, and Sharikov should hopefully be no exception. Otherwise, any attempt to touch the cat could lead to our untimely death. Should we try to play with him? Definitely. What do you call someone who doesn't like to fart in public? A private tutor. These are gems, Chuck. Copyright that one. Alright, we played with the cat. We're not dead yet. The cat escaped our warm, friendly embrace and jumped to the other side of the shelter, knocking a water bottle off the shelf. God damn it, Sharikov. Dolores would love to eat something, and water is all she wants. Well, she's the only person left, so she can have whatever she wants. What is this fly that's happening here? Our hideout was approached by a man we didn't know. He claimed he used to be an accountant, but now he survives as a trader and a gambler. He offered us a card game for a bet of 2 water bottles. I wouldn't say yes to that even if we had the cards. Getting real tired of your shit, Sharikov. I know. You know what though? We've made it to day 39, which means we're at the very least making it to day 40, which is the longest we've made it in this game. So one way or another, this was a success. Ted got messed up. What's going on with his arm there? Came back though. Gambling is a terrible habit. What kind of example is that to set to the kids who are not here because they left and never came back? The recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey even in the best of times. The area was full of mutated cats and dogs fighting each other in gangs, all of them armed to the teeth. We barely made it out of there alive, but the agents seemed to appreciate our efforts. Let's hope these missions are actually worth it. Our bucket is just about due for an upgrade, and we're expecting the government shelter to have an excellent bathroom, maybe even a hot tub. Alright, they both need food, but not that bad. Let's go a day without food. So Ted's hurt and sick. It's not a good combination. Sorry for that siren in the background. What do you think, Chuck? Do we risk using the radio just for some entertainment? I think we have to hold on to the radio. It's literally our only chance. Gotta take the Hail Mary that maybe the government contacts us here. So we're gonna not use the radio. But we are gonna send Ted out again tomorrow. My theory is that he can't die of starvation or sickness or injury if he's not in the bunker. I could be wrong, though. Ted's hungry and really tired. Dolores is hungry. Alright, let's just feed them both. And then we're gonna send Ted on his expedition. Ted cannot go. Why can't Ted go? Oh, he's tired. He's really tired. Why can't Dolores go? Apparently we can no longer take expeditions. Well, we're stuck with what we got unless someone comes to help us. Day 41. New record. Dolores is not... She ate yesterday. Ted needs to drink. He's getting worse and worse. Can't care for his wounds. He's done for. Alright, we're gonna give them both water and hope that helps. No condition. Sending Dolores out is a death sentence. Alright, well we can't we can't explore anymore. The twin siblings contacted us again. Today they visited our humble shelter, saying they're looking for a map of the nearby area. If only we had one. Their plan is to find a relatively safe place for a new camp that could accommodate their whole group and anybody else who'd want to join them. A plan of the city would be very helpful. A map is another item you can grab in the house, but we didn't get one. I can't believe these guys haven't died yet. They've been sick. She has literally been sick the entire game. Unfortunately, we could not be of any help to them. We haven't done anything about Dolores' sickness for like 32 days. Ted is hungry. He needs medicine, or we never see him eat another can of soup. Yeah. Ted is just... He's gonna die from his sickness and his wounds on the same day. So I'm not even gonna give him any food. And we're just gonna have to hope Dolores can tough it out. Nothing more surprising than a knock on a door. What could it be? Should we investigate? We kinda have to. Got nothing else going. Somehow Ted is still alive. Turned out it was a nice, mysterious fellow in a weird suit who gave us soup. Dolores is fine as well. Ted is hungry. You know, we just got some food, so I'm gonna give Ted some food. It may or may not be a total waste. Dolores is too stubborn to let Ted die before her. She isn't gonna give him the satisfaction. I don't know, man. Ted is... I would bet money Ted is gone when tomorrow comes. Let's see if we're right. Man, Ted is a survivor. He is hanging on by a thread. Water is what Dolores wants. Ted needs water. Give them both some water. I think Ted is just dead no matter what. We haven't had one first aid kit this whole game. Clearly we're trustworthy after our latest successful mission, as the agents came back with another request. We are to generously provide either a couple soup cans or some water bottles for an agent in the field. They'll take care of the delivery. In return, we'll be giving an encouraging pat on the back and the promise of a better future. Well, we don't have either one. We almost have 4 soup cans. But not quite. Alright. There goes that whole storyline. And Ted is just gone. And Dolores is dancing. She's doing some kind of crazy dance. The cat, meanwhile, is just like loving it. Where do you think all the meat on Ted went? That evil smile right there. I think I see a piece of Ted hanging off right there. I think that's his beard hair. Well, can we catch this fly? I caught the fly. I wonder if that does anything. He did feast well that day. Ted's wounds were too serious. He became infected and died. Alright, well, Dolores' sanity is now questionable. That's what happens when you're living with a cat and a skeleton. She would really love to eat something. I mean, we got nothing to lose. Might as well use up these supplies at this point. always wanted to throw a party with a huge cake. For some reason, it never worked. One time we were promised a great cake, and it turned out it was a lie. That was a disappointment. We weren't glad. We're definitely getting a cake when the radioactive clouds are gone. That made no sense. I think that was Dolores talking. Maybe moving away won't be too bad. Probably make new friends. Dolores needs a doctor, now or never. Unfortunately, we ain't got a doctor, so I'm just gonna give her food and water. It's the best we can do. These are dire circumstances we found ourselves in. Supplies are running low, and if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody else will. We know for a fact that one of our neighbors had a shelter with a broken trapdoor, and there might be some supplies. We kind of have to go. It was references from Portal. Gotcha. I played Portal 2, I think, a little bit, but I don't know the storyline that well. Well, we didn't get a first aid kit. We did get a suitcase. What the heck is the suitcase gonna do for us? Can we open the suitcase? Doesn't look like it. Alright, Dolores, how long can you hang on? I'm just gonna keep feeding soup to you. There's a bloody handprint on our wall, too. I just noticed that. I'm not sure where that came from. Do you think that's blood or tomato soup? Dolores has rested. Okay. So she's not tired anymore. I'm just gonna keep giving her soup. She's confident she'll survive outside. Can I send her out? Like, what happens if she leaves the bunker? Can the cat hold things down without her? Let's see. It's a mix of both. A lovely ragu. Dolores needs a doctor. Let's give her another soup. Just pumping her full of soup. Alright, she's going. We have to send her. And we're gonna give her the suitcase. And hopefully she just comes back with like a suitcase full of medicine. Get going, Dolores. And that's the end. Apparently I should not have sent her out. The cat just gets to live forever. We don't think Dolores is coming back. It's been too long. Spent 56 days in our shelter. So I guess what happens is when you send out the last adult, it just fast forwards to them either coming back or not. Because I think we were only on day like, I don't know what it was, 50 or something. Yeah, 46 or 47 or something. She came back like, or we decided she wasn't coming back. Day 56. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Thank you, Chuck. We made it 16 days longer than I ever have before, so. And we learned some good lessons. We need a flashlight, we need the radio, and we need a first aid kit. Yes, I will go again. Alpine Sierra, good timing, man. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna go again. I'm gonna take a super quick 30-second bio break, and then we'll do another run. I'll be back in 1 sec. Alright, here we go again. I think we learned some good lessons from that game. We learned what we need, but we also learned kind of what we don't need. I think it kind of turned out that we had more than enough food and water that run, like way more than enough, even though we didn't really grab a ton of food from the start. So I'm gonna not really prioritize food or water. Maybe grab like one of each. That's kind of all we need. I think we need stuff more. And then the other thing is I think we need to send people out on expeditions earlier. We kind of waited until the coast was clear radiation-wise before we sent people out, which I think it was like 12 or 13 or 14 days in. That's like a good hit, you know, 6-7 different expeditions we could have potentially done by then that may have actually paid off in the long run. So I'm pretty sure our whole team got sick without even actually leaving the shelter anyway. So apart from the 60 seconds, is there an amount limit of what you can bring? You can bring as much stuff as you can get and get to the shelter in the 60 seconds. A must in the game is the Boy Scout book. Okay, I'll try to get that as well. It's a lot of stuff to grab. You get 10 seconds to look at what is in the house, and then you have 60 seconds to kind of just grab it all and dump it in the shelter. The hard part is you have to grab your family too, which I feel like takes up most of the time. But okay, we're gonna go for radio, flashlight, first aid kit, and Boy Scout book. Alright, let's see if we can do it. I've only done this a few times, so I will probably mess it up. Here's our 10 seconds. Alright, radio and flashlight first and foremost. There's the gun. There's the flashlight. There's the radio. Where's the radio? I don't see the radio. I'm gonna get the flashlight first. Alright, flashlight and the wife. Can I get the axe while we're here? Nope. Get this water. Ooh, I should have gotten the gas mask. Oh, we're stuck on this kid. Alright, Timmy, you're coming with us. I'm gonna grab the axe. Ooh, I should get the gas mask too. Alright, what do we need? We need the... Oh, I can't carry the gas mask. That's not good. Alright. I don't need anything in the kitchen. I need the radio. Where's the radio? Get that gun, actually. Let's lock. We need to get the daughter, actually. I should do that. Alright, there's the first aid kit. I can't grab that yet. Alright, where's the daughter? She's in there. Can I get the first aid kit? Alright. This is gonna be close. Can I get the daughter and get back? Super close. Alright, we made it. Oh, I want to grab that, but I can't. Alright. What do we miss? We didn't get the radio, did we? The radio's in the big bathroom. Well, we didn't get the radio. Maybe we'll find one. Got the flashlight. We didn't get the Boy Scout book either. We did get medicine though. And we found a checkerboard. Alright, we're kind of low on a bunch of stuff. Let's see how it goes. Alpine Sierra, thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate that. We're going to be playing this game a fair amount. We're also going to be playing 60 parsecs, which I've never played before, but I just downloaded it, so probably next week we'll be playing 60 parsecs. Which is basically this game, but in space. It looked frantic as fuck. Yeah, this game is super frantic. That 60 seconds you get is like... It's not enough time. But that's what makes the game interesting. And replayable. Look how fresh-faced these guys look compared to our last run. Alright, we're gonna just go for it with the expeditions. Because we need to find a radio, so I'm just gonna start sending people out. Water. I think we're good. Everyone's thirsty, but they can last another day. Alright, who's going out? I guess we'll send Ted first. Just gonna go empty-handed for now. He's probably gonna get sick from the radiation, but kinda need to find a radio at some point. Timmy needs water now, Dolores needs water now, and everyone needs water. Alright. Felt like something was staring at us from the corner of the shelter. We think it's a rat. At least it looks like a rat. A rat on a very good diet. We decided we need to do something about it. It's him or us. A rat on a very good diet. Guess we'll use the axe. Hopefully it's not a cat. Hopefully it's not Sharikov. Whatever it was, it's dead now. Quite dead. Alright, well, at least we didn't lose our axe. Everyone's good. I'm gonna go a little bit faster this time. I'll still read anything that's like new that we didn't get last time. But try to speed it up just a little bit. Peculiar, it seems the whole shelter has been shaking. Okay, we need to grab something to save. We're gonna save the flashlight. It's always something in this game. Everyone's good. Just burning through the days here. Whatever, we never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. Probably scared off any rats. The bad news is they're huge and will probably attack us, but we don't have poison or the Boy Scout book, so we just have to accept that we're living with glowing cockroaches now. Oh my, that thing is huge. There goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. We already feel dirty. Mary Jane is quite hungry. Can we spare water? I think everyone can go a little bit longer. We don't really have a ton of supplies because we didn't really grab much, so. Peculiar, an earthquake? Could have been an aftershock from the bomb. We can keep sitting on our backsides, or we can listen to the radio that we do not have. We'll get a radio, though. That's our #1 priority. We're gonna keep sending people out until someone comes back with a radio. Mary Jean needs water. Timmy needs water. Dolores needs water. Alright, everyone needs water. We really were able to stretch our supplies quite a bit last run, so I'm not going to freak out about the fact that we have like a can of soup and 1 bottle of water. I'm just going to believe that it's all going to work out. Everyone's hungry, but we don't have enough food to just be feeding hungry people. We've never felt weird, but today we had to revisit the term. It seems that our little green guests, are trying to communicate with us. One was even holding something that resembled a sign, which read, "We come in peace." What on earth do they mean? I like these guys better than the cat already. I wouldn't poison them even if we had poison. You think Ted is dead? Oh! Saved by the bell. He made it back. He doesn't look good, but he made it. Let's see what he brought us. He brought us a radio! And an axe. I think the axe is new too. This is insane. Why would we talk to roaches? Are we going insane? Ted returned. Before our expedition could get anywhere, we ran into a group of freaky people dressed like wizards. They were eager to trade some of their supplies for a few items. A couple of jobs. Sounded like a fair deal, so we invited them in. They had some food with them that we actually bought with real pre-apocalypse money. They thought the coins were magic. So we got 2 soups. They really wanted to sell us their radio. They claimed it was evil and whispers about the return of the Dark Lord. We gave them a bottle cap. You're really bad at thinking? Nah, man. I think it's the right call to think everyone's gonna die pretty much at any moment in this game. Alright, so we got 2 soups and a radio. That is time well spent. Mary Jane's hungry, Timmy's very hungry, everyone's hungry, but no one's dying of hunger, so let's just keep going. I think we're going to keep sending people out. We've got the first aid kit if someone gets sick. So let's just keep sending people. We kind of need some supplies. The roaches seem to get more organized with every passing day, but they come in peace. First it was just 1 or 2 of them, nowadays we see small columns of them marching through the shelter. Are they Nazi roaches? Is this zombie Nazi roaches? We need to deal with this situation before their civilization becomes superior to ours. You play it and if they're gone for this long they're dead? Yeah. I'm pretty new to it, so I'll trust your judgment over mine. I guess it worked out that time, but I'm trying to... I've only played this like a handful of times so far this week, and I'm trying not to like look anything up. You're welcome to, you know, totally welcome to backseat and give me tips or whatever. But I'm trying not to like look up what the exact way to win is. I kind of want to figure it out as much as possible. The roaches are organizing. I know, they're forming a union. I don't know though, I don't really want to shoot these guys. I feel like that'd be kind of a waste of our gun. Like, how bad can roaches really be? We're gonna save the gun. Like if, especially if we're sending out people on expeditions and the kids are gone. What happened? Hunger drove Timmy insane. Didn't seem like he was that hungry. We couldn't spare any food for Mary Jane and she reached a boiling point. Her stare was enough to kill. Okay, so our children left because we didn't feed them. That seems fair. No, they're still alive, Chuck. They went to go find another shelter where they could get fed. Well, the roaches are our children now. Everyone needs to eat, and Dolores needs to drink. You know what? Good riddance to those children. I shouldn't have even bothered grabbing them. Dolores needs water. Feed them every 5 days, and they will live and stay. Gotcha. I've been waiting until I get the message that they're like on their last legs, basically, to try to stretch the supplies, but maybe that's not the right way to go. Alright, we're gonna send Dolores out. We'll just send her unarmed for now. If she doesn't come back, then Ted's just gonna barricade himself in here. What's going on? Is that Syphil? Or is that Ollie? Ted has just gone insane. She's gone for 1 day and this happens. What's the reason for saving the kids? Sanity reasons? I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing that you get more points or some kind of achievement. Like, there's got to be some reason for having the kids, other than just more bodies. What is going on here, though? Ted got sick and he's gone crazy. We just went crazy out of the blue. Timmy's the MVP? Okay. I'll be more careful with Timmy next time. He was shit last time. I mean, we did send him to the cannibals and he came back just fine. Ted is really thirsty. Now I'm all paranoid that people are gonna die of thirst. Ted is sick and he's gone crazy. If he's can he go uncrazy? Like, should I waste this first aid kit on him? Or is he just gonna, like, turn into a sock puppet? He disappeared on an expedition last time because there were raiders camped outside our base, and I guess he didn't want to come through the raiders. I think that's what happened. Alright, we're gonna try to cure Ted. I can live with a crazy guy, I can't live with a sick guy. Suitcase, we already know that the suitcase is not a good idea. Doggos. Alright, well, Ted is crazy, but he's not sick. We need to go find another first aid kit. Time to ration supplies. I think he's good, right? Stomach is rumbling, but that's okay. We actually have a lot of food. We learned a valuable lesson recently. If you don't do anything about roaches in your home, you will end up with more roaches. That's not ideal. If we don't do anything about them, we will end up all glowy, just like them. Sometimes people come back? Okay. That'd be cool. Is it getting to the point where we're going to use our gun on these roaches? I mean, I'm still going back to the fact that they said they were coming in peace. And if you can't trust glowing mutated Nazi roaches, who can you trust? I'm going to save my gun. Let's see how bad these roaches get. So far, they're not really doing anything. Ted's hungry. As long as we have food and water. Alright, we're gonna listen to the radio, get this government thing going. Now that we have the flashlight, maybe we can flag down the airplane. Ted's hungry. Feed Ted. Alright, let's see if we can... Nazi roaches just want what's best for the bunker. They're quite trustworthy. Alright, so there's the telephone outside. I'll send Ted out to answer it, since he's the only one here. He's crazy. He's gonna have a good conversation. Ted safely returned. He's hungry, but let's go one more day. They're better than roaches in school. Alright, we can't send anyone out. Hopefully... Did we send Dolores out? We did. Hopefully she comes back. Seems that for every cockroach we squash with our boots, 2 others take its place. Don't squash them. That's just gonna guaranteed to get them angry. Time to do something about it before we get completely overrun. Seems like they're giving us one last chance to shoot these roaches. What do you guys think? Should we become one with the roaches, or should we address this uprising? Don't kill the roaches now. You got it. See what happens. After all we've been through. I know, we have to see how this ends. Man, even Ted's sock puppet looks crazy. Our new cockroach roommates can be a bit messy, disgusting, and annoying. I'm guessing the roaches are making us sick. That's probably why we keep getting sick, right? Maybe one day we'll manage to convince them to pay the rent. Roaches are God, or we are. Ted's hungry. Let's just feed him. There's not much hope at this point. This run is not going as well as our last one, even though we have a radio and a flashlight. Sleazy looking trader. Yeah, we'll make a deal. We got plenty of soup. And the cat has arrived. You'd think the cat could take care of the roaches, right? Oh, so that's what we got from the trader. I forgot about that. Okay. Soup for a cat. Cat is no longer crazy. How'd that happen? Is it because we got a cat? Alright, we're gonna go one more day without water. Kind of feel like using the radio. Hopefully the radio doesn't break. Oh, and he's crazy again. That lasted one day of sanity. And he needs to drink right now. We're able to get a weak signal. Fallout's mostly gone. I don't think she's coming back, is she? Animals are like sanity keepers. I hope that is the case, because he's gone crazy again. He needs to drink, right? Ted's gonna do this solo. The Soviet spy cat. I trust him. I trust him about as much as these cockroaches. I wish I could send him out, because we kind of do need a first aid kit. Alright, I'm just gonna keep using the radio. This run seems pretty hopeless. Everything is Russia now. Can't trust the cats, can't trust the roaches. I bet the soup is Russian. It's gazpacho, it's not even real tomato soup. Some friendly soul on the radio was talking about a supply pack she'd lost during a trip through our town. We immediately realized she must have driven through our street. Alright, we got more food and water. Which is great, but I don't think that's what's going to save us here. They bombed us after all. How do you know it was Russia? Could have been Swaziland. Who knows who has nukes in this crazy, crazy world? Surviving down here is no walk in the park. It won't get easier. Hopefully this will blow over soon and life will be back to what it used to be. Ted's hungry and thirsty, but he can live. Sharkov is a fresh addition to our little family, so we need to keep an eye on it. And believe it or not, today we just noticed something else on his collar. It seems to be a metal place with an address on it, and it's not far. Let's do it. If this happens the same way as last time, we'll drop him off at his address, and then he'll come back. Yeah, it's those two guys in the trench coat. Those aren't the same guys that are spying on our bunker, though, right? I think they're different. Ted needs to drink. I really wish we could send him out. She's definitely not coming back at this point. I don't know what happened to her. We always wanted a pet, but we couldn't decide what to get. A cat? A dog? No matter. We have our very own cockroach colony now. Unless we want them to stay and play fetch, we should start doing something. The fetch option is quite likely. They're as big as small puppies. We've already decided that the cockroaches are here to stay. Living with roaches can't be too bad, right? Even if they're stealing your pillows, socks, and wallets. Why would roaches even need wallets? And that smell is horrible. Seriously thick roaches. I think you need a third C on that. Ted's still hungry, but I think he can live. Army broadcast interrupted our breakfast. Anyway, it seemed very eager to evacuate us away from here, but then went over several things that needed to happen before they do it. So this time they don't just need a flashlight, they need a map. We were given geographical coordinates and need to get there to leave a sign we're still alive. They done screwed us now. And that's the end. Ted just died. I think he needed some food. Did he starve to death? Yeah, he starved to death. My bad. Roaches got cushion for the pushing. Well, we made it exactly half, well not exactly, but less than half as long as our last run. Last one was 56 days to this one was 25. That was a fast one. Let's do one more, we'll do one more try today. I need to be careful with that, that food stuff. I don't think I can rely on them telling me that they're gonna die before they do. Especially if there's just one person left, I should just feed him every few days. Alright, so what's the priority here? I was very stingy with food that run. We lost 3 people due to stinginess around food, and we still had like 4 cans of food at the end, so I'll be a little bit more giving with that food this time. Alright, so radio, flashlight. I want to get the map too, that seemed important. And if we can find a first aid kit, great. But I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to try to get the people first. So we can just grab as much stuff as we can after that. Alright, here's the radio. And the Boy Scout book. I'm just going to start here then. I'm already like drawing a blank on what we wanted to get. Just get the radio, get this, we'll just get the cards, we'll get the Boy Scout manual, and we'll grab something along the way. Alright, got some water. Timmy, you're coming with me. Get some more water. Get some food while we're here, and the first aid kit. We got the poison now. Alright, we get the map. There's the flashlight. The axe, if we can. I think we can carry the axe. The axe is inside. Alright, we need to get people next. They're both in here. Get you, and then we'll go. We don't have any weapons. Can we get the girl? We're gonna try to get the girl. This is greedy. Let's go. Oh, we didn't get her. Sorry, girl. Oh man. Just finished some art. Nice, man. What are you making? What kind of art you making? Or is Timmy finishing art? Get the checkers for the dog. Too late. We got cards though. I think that was actually a pretty good run. We got the Boy Scout manual. We got Pie Felicia. Totally, man. I didn't like her anyway. She takes up 3 space, which is a lot to carry. But we got the Boy Scout manual, we got the flashlight, we got the map and the radio, and a first aid kit, and a gas mask. I think that's pretty good. We don't have a lot of food though. We have 2 cans of soup. Hopefully we'll be able to make that last. Almost all of us made it. Well, we're about to find out what the penalty is for not having your whole family. Yeah, rip food indeed, but I feel like we always end up with plenty of food. So hopefully we'll find some. We got some ammo. Just enough water. Yo, Stylin, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Glad you made it. Happy Friday. We're on our third run of 60 seconds today. This is right at the beginning of our third run here. We made it to day 56 on the first day, the first run, so that's our best yet. The last one kind of ended with our bunker full of cockroaches and everyone's starving to death, so it's been hit or miss today. Alright, everyone's good. We're gonna wait as long as possible before feeding people since we're so low on supplies, but we are gonna send somebody out. Let's go send Timmy. We can't send him until tomorrow. We had the most curious visitors today. One of them was making the sound of a galloping horse using a pair of rocks and hitting them against each other. Sure it wasn't coconuts? While his companion was pretending to ride said horse. They claimed to be on a very important quest to seek some magical cup, only they lost their way in the wasteland. They asked permission to have a quick look at our map. They have to tell if it's African or European. Should we give them the map? I feel like we need this map. Yeah, dude, new game. This is our first... I guess we played real quickly. We played a little bit of this game at the very end of the Shining Force stream on Wednesday, just to fill some time. But yeah, this is our first full stream of 60 seconds. I'll be playing this for a bit, and we got the sequel to it as well, 60 Parsecs, which is basically the same game, but it takes place in space. So, over the next couple weeks, we'll be playing a lot of these two games. Map is really important. The map was super important last time. We could have, I think, survived if we had the map, but we didn't. I feel like these guys are idiots, and they're going to ruin our map. But I'm really curious what they'll do, so let's give them the map. Alright, they didn't wreck the map. We were way too impressed with their medieval outfits to decline, so we showed them our map and pointed out the location of our shelter. They quickly found their bearings and rewarded our kindness with a set of checkers. 60 parsecs is hard? Nice. I look forward to a harder version of the game. I think we're only playing this on normal difficulty. I think there is a harder difficulty setting, but I'm so new to this, I don't like playing games on easy mode, but I don't want to play the hard mode yet until we figure out a little bit more about this. We hope they find what they're looking for. We got the checkers. So we got the checkers for the dog, if the dog comes. We'll see. Water for Timmy. Dolores needs water. Ted needs water. Let's just give everybody water. Alright, Ted. Are we sending Timmy, right? Is there any purpose to giving people items? I think we should give him the radiation mask, right? So he doesn't get sick. Because it's still pretty early, so yeah, that sounds good. Alright, hopefully he comes back since we already lost our daughter in nuclear explosion. Timmy's gone, everyone's good. Let's go. What's that trickling sound? And why is the wall so wet? Are we about to get flooded? We don't have life preservers or a boat. Oh man, we can only save one thing. We can only save the radio or the map. I don't think we really need the playing cards, so I guess the radio is more important than the map. Unfortunately, we lost the map. Well, the map is ruined, and we lost the cards. Timmy better come back with a huge haul. I know. Timmy is, if he comes back at all. I haven't had very good luck with Timmy so far. Alright, well at least we saved the radio. Otherwise don't let him back in. I wish you could see what they bring before they return. Ted's good. Alright, day 6, here we come. Dolores needs water, Ted needs water, but they drank. Ted needs water to survive. Alright, we'll give Ted water. Wait a day for Dolores. Spiders seem to be operating under the assumption that they have all the same rights to this shelter as we do. They're everywhere and they don't seem very scared of us. So last time it was roaches, this time it's spiders. What do you think? I feel like the roaches caused us to get sick last time, but they didn't really like ruin the run. They just kind of were there. How do we feel about spiders? I think we should use the Boy Scout handbook. See if that does anything. Alright, we didn't lose it, so I'm guessing that was a good move. We always knew books were precious. They're perfect weapon for waging total war on insectoids of any kind. Fear will keep the local spiders in line. Fear of this Scout handbook. While chasing them around the shelter, we found a misplaced water bottle. Nice. Whack them with the handbook. So you're okay with roaches but not spiders, Chuck? Dolores needs to eat and she needs water. Alright, we'll give her water today and then we'll start feeding them tomorrow. We decided to peek outside for just a moment, see if the store around the corner was still standing. When we were about to step out, we heard it growl. This is the dog, right? I think I had this adventure in one of my off-stream playthroughs. Alright, so we're gonna use the flashlight. See what this guy is, and it will turn out to be a dog. Spiders can go up, F-ray off. Alright. They're actually okay. Spiders versus roaches, who would win? I guess roaches beat everything. We decided to check what's coming for us with our flashlight. Guess what? It was a dog. The poor thing seemed tired, so we let it stay with us for the night. The next morning we opened the door to let it out. It still hasn't returned. Hopefully it'll come back later. Timmy came back. What did he bring? Who would have thought wooden furniture could be so durable? In the ruins of one of the town's buildings, we saw a desk and several bookshelves. We soon realized these are the remains of the local public library, so we went between the rubble to investigate. Under the librarian's table, we found a lunchbox and some food in it. We wondered what could have possibly prevented her from eating her lunch. The collapsed ceiling might have taken her appetite away. But one soup. Under the debris, we found some water bottles. They're a bit dusty, but the liquid inside looks clean enough. Nice. Our gas mask was damaged though, but we got 2 waters and a soup. Timmy's hungry. Everyone's hungry. Can we make it one more day without eating? Should we even try? We'll just feed everybody at this point. Alright, we're gonna keep sending people out. I'm gonna send Ted this time, or I guess we'll send him tomorrow. Spiders for sure, Stylin'. You're a Spider-Man. One soup can and 2 water bottles. Chuck is not satisfied. And he lost our gas mask. Not the best trade, but something. Timmy should eat. Dolores should... Wait, everyone literally ate yesterday, right? How are they all hungry? Alright, we're gonna go without food today. Some of us are keener to go outside than others. We're gonna send Ted. Good old Ted. I think we'll just send him empty-handed for now. Cosmo, you made it! What's up, James? Happy Friday. Hope your day's going well, man. Thanks for stopping by. Just in time to enjoy what will probably be our last playthrough of this game today. These runs take, I don't know, between half hour and an hour plus, so depending on how well things go. So we'll be streaming here for a bit longer for sure, but this will probably be the last run for today. Timmy will need some time on the timeout stool. I know. All 4 of these are timeout stools though, so that's pretty much his life. Timmy's very hungry. Talking about nothing other than water. Dolores needs water. Alright, so they both need water. We got plenty of water too. He's hungry, he's very hungry, but I think he can go one more day without food, I'm hoping. I know I was too stingy with the food last time, but I just can't help it. We woke up to a dripping sound today and noticed there's something leaking from the pipes. That green liquid looked innocent enough, even after it ate through the table and the chair. Are there aliens in this game? And the floor. Patching up that pipe is probably a good idea. Let's use the Boy Scout manual. Roaches because they can write. Roaches can write? Problem solved. No leak, no mess. Back to our tidy little shelter. This Boy Scout handbook is good. Alpine, thank you for telling me to grab that. We've used it like 3 times already this run and we still have it, so it seems like a really good thing to have. Timmy's very hungry. We're gonna feed Timmy. A xenomorph getting into the shelter is probably bad. I know. Would it be, though? If you could somehow make friends with it, it would be a nice ally in this game. Alright, we're gonna contact the military with our radio. That's the first step of getting out of here. Hopefully we get that airplane flyover thing and we can use the flashlight. We knew it, the government has not fallen and they're coming to save us. Be in touch in a couple of days, wait for further instructions. Everyone's good. I'm not going to use the radio just yet, since we actually have a legitimate shot at making it out here, I think. Sometimes Timmy gives you a Boy Scout book. Okay, so he can actually just bring it with him. Still seems worth grabbing if it's available. Timmy prefers apple juice, but right now we should get him some water. Dolores needs water. We're gonna go one more day without water. If you could saddle the xenomorph and use it as a battle steed through the wasteland, could work. Again, all we need is the what is it? The command line. We can just type in befriend xenomorph, see what happens. About to take a cautious peek outside when a furry beast jumped on us. Good thing our hearts were not battered by a fat, heavy-handed hamburger diet because it was our dog friend and not a mutant lurking to chew our bones. Good boy. Seems to be hungry. Shall we give him something to eat? Of course. Timmy can scavenge it? Okay. We're definitely feeding the dog. I would much rather have a dog than a cat. We had the cat. Every time I play this game we get the cat, but this time we're going to try to get the dog. The dog was back to his former self in under an hour. We don't know what they put in that soup, but man, that stuff is good. We decided the dog needed a name, and the right name for him was Pancake. Come here, Pancake. Who's a good boy? Pancake stayed around for a while, but was gone the next morning. We can bet he'll be back. Timmy needs water now. Dolores needs water. Alright, we got plenty of water. Heard something about supply drops on the radio, but we do not have a gas mask, so we're screwed. Come on, Ted, you can come back anytime now. It was too dangerous to go out there without any protection. Everyone's good. Dolores is hungry, but we only have one can of soup, so we're definitely not going to feed anyone until we absolutely have to. Pancake is a cat name, not a dog name. Is Sharikoff a cat name or a dog name? And what did we ever name the roaches? I don't think so. Damn it, that gas mask of ours is worthless. Wearing it probably increases the chance of inhaling something awful. Maybe we should try fixing it. Let's do it. Pancake can give you a medikit. Okay. Yeah, it seems like having a dog would be useful in a post-apocalyptic world. Alright, what did Ted get? He got us some ammunition and some water, it looks like. He needed food, though, not water. It looks almost brand new. It's interesting that a scouting handbook sports instruction for gas mask repair. Interesting indeed. Sharikoff is a good Soviet spy name. Cat or dog. Or cockroach. Ted has returned. We found our way to a nearby hospital, which, despite having heavy structural damage, is still standing. The site wasn't pretty, though. What used to be inside the hospital is now all over the place. Whatever survived the blast wave, anyway. The canteen had a respectable supply of tomato soup. Okay, we got one more soup. Looks like this was the only thing they fed their patients. There were plenty of bottles of liquid. Peroxide or not, water is water, and beggars can't be choosers. Pancake can protect you from raiders, too. Okay, good to know. No news is good news. Nothing going on with Timmy. Dolores is not eating for a while. Ted's hungry. I think we're going to try one more day without food. Let's see how it goes. Phone call again. I think phone call is safe, right? We're sending Timmy. We got this one before. And he didn't get sick. Nice. Alright, so we got the nearby survivors. Hopefully they will do something for us at some point. Timmy should eat something. Dolores needs to eat super bad and drink. Ted needs to eat. Alright, so they need to eat. Dolores needs to drink. I'm not gonna feed Timmy just yet. Alright, we're gonna send Dolores tomorrow. We stumbled upon the remains of a bandit shantytown. Someone or something tore it down. Incidentally, amidst the rubble we found a cat licking its paws nonchalantly, surrounded by blood and dismembered limbs. As we made our way back to the shelter, the cat followed. We can now hear its paws impatiently scratching our hatch. So should we let the cat that dismembered a whole shantytown into our shelter? This can't possibly go wrong, can it? Alright, so far so good. So it seems like there's multiple ways to get this cat. We've traded soup for him in the past, and now we've found him in the middle of a dismembered shantytown. Alright, Sharikov is back. Maybe we'll have a cat and a dog. Pancake won't befriend us, though, if we have a cat. Uh-oh. Maybe we can time it so that the cat is gone while the dog comes back. Good to know, though. Next time we'll pass up the cat and see if we can get the dog. Everyone needs to eat. Let's just feed everybody. Ted's thirsty. We got plenty of water, so we'll just give him some water. I know Sharikov always finds his way to us. Every single playthrough we get the cat. Oops, I forgot to send her out. Do that tomorrow. Is Timmy always looking this way? What is he looking at? She is so disapproving. Timmy's very hungry. He needs water. Dolores needs food. Everyone's hungry. We're gonna feed Timmy today, though. Alright, we're definitely sending Dolores out tomorrow. There isn't a lot of space down here, and we can smell everything. When one of the wall bricks got loose today and revealed a hole, we felt pretty sick. It's the smell coming from the hole. It's terrible. Should we investigate? It's either that or let the place smell forever. Whoa, that's not a good noise. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside, and our radio's gone. What happened next nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, a reptile, or whatever this crazy mad creature was, leapt out and started jumping all over the damn shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it. Before we could do anything, it pushed our radio off the table and went back in the hole. So now we have the weird animal making the smell in the wall and no radio. Timmy needs water now. I'm just gonna give everybody water. We got plenty of water. Alright, we're gonna send Timmy out again. I need to keep the adults alive since they're like critical to winning the game. Dolores needs food. We don't really have enough food to feed people, so we're gonna go without food for a while. We're closed off in a tiny shelter and our supplies are limited. If we want to survive, it's time for desperate measures. We know there's a group of elderly people hiding in the ruins of the local retirement home. They must have some supplies, and in our opinion, we need them more. The well-being of your family is the most important thing, right? I'm not beyond robbing some old people. Is this half tomato soup, half blood handprint from the old people? Alright, so we robbed them and we got 1 water, which we don't really need. Was our morality worth 1 water? Rip Pancake, he's dead. What happened to Pancake? Did I miss something? Is it because we robbed the old people? They're hungry, but we're gonna go without food today. While trying to pet the little devil, we found a piece of paper. Okay, we're gonna send the cat back and hope Pancake comes while he's gone. Dolores needs water. Ted needs water. All right, we're gonna try to go 1 more day without food, and then we'll feed them. Dolores has not been talkative lately. Should we chat with her and find out what's wrong? Okay. They're both gonna end up crazy, aren't they? Timmy came back. Talking to Dolores helped resolve some of her issues and doubts. She feels better now. We spotted an untouched store with many products inside. We've gotten this one before. Alright, we got 2 soup and a map. A gun and 2 waters. Alright, Timmy's doing his job now. That's a pretty good haul. 2 soups, a map, 2 waters, and a gun. That's about as good as it gets. So now we have the... We don't have a radio, but we have the gun... I mean, with the map and the flashlight. So if we get either of the 2 missions, like, to get spotted by the military, we can fulfill them. We just need to repair that radio somehow. Alright, everyone needs to eat. I think we're gonna just feed everybody. Alright, we'll send Dolores out next. This makes up for last time, Timmy. Barely. You maniacs! You blew it up! Damn you all to hell. That's something we should have told our neighbors when they blew up their barbecue last spring. Those were good times, even if they wasted a perfectly good barbecue. And the cat's back. Getting real sick of this cat. They're all hungry and they just ate yesterday. That's not a good sign. So this is day 25, so we'll have to feed him again on like day 29, I guess. 28, 29. Guess we'll just keep sending him empty-handed. Only the cat looks so damn smug. Not the cat. The cat is fine. I have no problem with the cat, but if he's gonna prevent our dog friend from coming back, that's a problem. Timmy's very hungry. He can't live without water too long. Alright, they both need water. We have a ton of water, so I'm just gonna feed them water. Timmy didn't say a word about it, but when he was outside, he scratched his hand on a wire or some other rusty piece of metal. His wound is not looking pretty, and we need to do something about it. Alright, this is the moment of truth. Do we cut Timmy's hand off? Or do we let him get infected? Or do we just cure it with first aid? Dog bark means pancake. Yeah. Did we have a dog bark? I missed it if we did. I guess we'll just cure Timmy. I don't really want to chop his hand off. It seems like it would only get worse. Cut it off. Sorry, James, next time. We only had the 1 first aid kit, so I felt like if we cut it off, we were going to end up using the first aid kit anyway. Cutting the hand off might make him worse at scavenging. That's a good point too, Chuck. He's our #1 food carrier. Needs both hands for that. Alright, Timmy's back in shape. He's hungry and tired. They're both hungry. I think we can make it another day or 2. Alright, Cherikov is playing with the wire. Let's check that out. This leads to the 2 guys in the van that are spying on us. Yeah, a couple of dudes in a burnout van spying on us. Everyone's hungry. I think we can make it 1 more day without food. Now they want to explain themselves. Let's see why they're spying on us. I forget what the reason is. They're real agents. They showed us some ID. They want us to help with their secret missions. These guys, honestly, I don't trust these guys. We've done a few missions for these guys in the past and they have not really come through with anything. They actually ended up asking us for like a ton of supplies later on. Alright, so I think we need to eat now. And they both need water. We got plenty of water and we'll feed them. Timmy noticed his old telescope in a pile of rubble on the other side of the street. He got really excited about stargazing again. After all, the night sky is one of the very few things that still look about the same after the blast. Should we let Timmy go outside and stare pointlessly at the sky? What else is Timmy good for? Day 30. Getting there. We still haven't had... Oh, it's because we don't have a radio. That's why. We're not really getting any of the missions to get rescued. Need to fix that. Timmy came back claiming he saw a mustached man on the moon. Stalin is on the moon. We just fed them and they're hungry again. We really used some more supplies. We counted all of them today and the numbers did not make us happy. Time to do something. We know a teacher from the local school managed to rescue a bunch of kids and lead them to a nearby building where they're relatively safe and we could really use whatever they have. Alright, so we robbed old people. Should we rob the children as well? I mean, this is a post-apocalyptic world. I think we should just rob everybody, given the chance. Whoa, that's not a good sound. Someone got shot. We had to do this for the family. It had to be on. 4 water. Wow. Ends justify the means. We have so much water, it's insane. Ted's hungry, but I don't think we need to eat for a few more days. I know, we're gonna have like a gang of old and young people at our doorstep soon. Alright, everyone's good. We have so much water. We have 10 waters. No, what is that? Yeah, 10 water. That's a lot. She made it! Dolores made it back. We have 13 bottles of water now. That's too much water. I think we probably should have not robbed those children since we didn't really need the water. Alright, so she's back. She went to a nearby zoo we used to visit on the weekends. We're happy to report it was a productive supply run as well as an educational trip. We saw pterodactyls, champandeers, a porcupony, and a small army of cat roaches and other majestic creatures that have emerged among the post-nuclear fauna. The marine life section had collapsed, turning into a radioactive pond in the middle of the zoo filled with creatures like piranhates and sea ponies. In a half-destroyed aquarium control room, we found an undamaged cupboard with some supplies. A friendly-looking what? Should that be crabdopotamus? Lazily observed the sea life section from a distance. In its den, we found the body of a zoo worker with some of his possessions laying around. We do need food. Running away from humongous tarantoraptors, we made our escape through the zoo souvenir shop, most of which was torn to shreds by the bomb, but a few useful things were still lying around. We had a deck of cards. Well, got cards and a checkerboard. Timmy doesn't need much, but he should drink. Dolores needs food. Ted's hungry and thirsty. I'm gonna feed her food, because she didn't eat before. Everyone else ate already. Hearing a lot of noises coming from our neighborhood today. Our guess is that there was a zoo escape. We just went to the zoo. Oh man. You got this, Ted. Don't die. Alright, he made it, but he's not looking too good. God damn it, Dolores. Those chimpandeer could have given us some meat. Let's see if Ted killed one. Too bad we never practiced sharpshooting. Every shot we fired in the direction of those animals that looked like two-headed cows was a miss. Too bad. Timmy should eat something. He needs water now. Dolores needs food. Ted's hungry. We're gonna give Timmy water, and then we'll wait to eat until at least tomorrow. Wait, Timmy needs water, yeah. We have so much water. Jeez. Using a high-tech setup involving paper cups and yards of string, the agents rang in with our next top-secret mission that will surely land us in the VIP bunker. They want us to go on an expedition and write down what we saw. Alright, Timmy, do your book report. And he's gone. We graciously agreed to fulfill a request. Timmy went to the wasteland. We don't know what he'll do if he doesn't come back. Dolores has not eaten. She needs water. Ted's hungry. I think he should have been back by now. That's not a good sign. Well, that's one less mouth to feed. Water is all Dolores wants. Water, you can have as much water as you want. Could those agents possibly be just stringing us along? They very well could be. I'm hoping we get that mission, though, again, where they ask for a bunch of water, because there's no way we're ever going to drink all this water. Supplies are running low. Our neighbors had a shelter. Let's go pay them a visit. We need some food. We need a radio real bad. Every time we go outside, there's gunfire now. We opened the door. We were wrong. They greeted us with loaded shotguns. Alright, these guys don't like us too much. Ted needs water. You got it, Ted. I'm gonna save this food a little bit longer. We'll try to eat tomorrow. Alright, they're arguing. As long as Ted doesn't go insane and put his sock puppet on, I think we're good. Hey, Timmy came back. Still no radio, though. Nothing better than the quiet after the storm. That recon mission was risky business. We had to visit neighborhoods that were dicey, even in the best of times. Alright, Alpine Sierra, thank you for being here, man. Hope to see you again. Appreciate you coming through. And thanks for the follow-up. Dogs and cats fighting each other in gangs, armed to the teeth. Hoping for an upgrade. Timmy's hungry and he got hurt. Dolores would love to eat. Everyone's hungry. We have 1 can of soup. I think we're gonna try to stretch the soup 1 more day. Timmy's very hungry. We're gonna stretch the soup 1 more day. Hopefully no one dies. We're gonna send Ted out tomorrow because we need food. A young singer approached our shelter this morning, encumbered by 2 different guitars, a big backpack, and a weird contraption holding up a harmonica in front of his face. He asked for some supplies in exchange for a song or 2. You can have water. I do have to feed them sooner or later. I'm choosing later. Hey, it worked out. He gave us a radio! Oh my god, we need that so bad. His songs brought us tears to our eyes. With good, talented Americans like that, hopefully the times are a-changin'. The sound of his guitar kept blowing in the wind towards us as he was walking away. Our love for his music moved him so much, he even gifted us a radio. Alright, that's actually pretty big, because we got the map, we got the flashlight, we got the radio now, we got a chance. The dream is alive. Timmy's very hungry. Everyone's super hungry. We're just gonna feed people today, and we're gonna give Dolores some water. Alright, we have literally like 1 portion of food left after this, so you're going, Ted. I guess we'll just send him with nothing. So far, it hasn't really benefited us to send them with stuff. Timmy's very hungry. He needs water. Dolores is like, you guys literally ate yesterday. Timmy can have some water, though. We were able to receive another message from the government. The military is preparing a rescue mission. They want all survivors to head to a specific location, then leave a sign that someone's still alive. The problem is they provided us with geographical coordinates, but we need a map to figure out where we're going. Alright, let's use this map. This is the first time we've actually been able to respond to the military requesting us to let them know where we are. By flashlight or by map. Quick glance at the map gave us all the information we required. We left them a message in a bottle. We can't ignore Timmy's injuries. We don't have a first aid kit though, so. Dolores is hungry, but that's alright. Day 40. All we need is Ted to come back with a first aid kit and some food. Dolores is hungry, she needs water. Anyone who ever asks for water at this point can have like 10 waters, so we're good. Alright, today we were visited by a strange looking little man who introduced himself as a trader. He insisted his prices are so low that it's practically like cutting his own throat. The least we could do was take a look at his offer, although for some reason we don't really trust him. But you know what, I don't need this deck of cards, and I definitely need a first aid kit, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully he didn't rob us while he traded. Nice, we got the first aid kit. Cure Timmy now. Weird man tried to make us buy fried cockroaches on a stick covered in some mysterious sauce. These snacks look pretty disgusting, so we turned them down, but we bought something else from him. He looked disappointed. Timmy needs water. Dolores is hungry, but she can live for a bit longer. And we're gonna fix Timmy. Clearly we're trustworthy after our last successful mission. Nice, we got it. Okay, we actually have plenty of water, so I'm gonna give these government agents 4 bottles of water. And hope this actually pays off for once. This is the last thing I'm doing for them, though. We graciously agreed to fulfill their request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised they would be back with more information soon. Timmy's very hungry. Dolores is hungry. Yeah, we only have 1 portion of food. I'm gonna wait as long as possible to feed anybody. We felt that we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off in our fallout shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? Tough call here, because I really want to save the flashlight. I'm going to use the gun. We, so far, have not really had a reason to use the gun. So, and it didn't break, it looks like, so far so good. We figured the best way to be sure nothing and no one jumps us inside the mysterious room was to bash the door open and start firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess our operation. The room was empty, we hit nothing but the walls, and we barely dodged one ricochet gone bad. Alright, at least nobody got hurt. Ted returned. It might sound paranoid, but we think someone followed us. That's not good. Fortunately, we have the axe and the gun, which buys us, I think, 2... We can fight off raiders twice with those 2 things. Too bad we don't have a lock. If we had a lock, we could lock our bunker, too. Our expedition reached a church, which was still standing. Most of it was intact, and some people decided to turn it into a shelter. We weren't sure what religion they followed, but they were very eager to convince us that tomatoes are the source of all evil and eggplants are the only hope for salvation. Eggplant soup sounds terrible. Cultists decided they won't be needing any holy water. We did a bit of miracle work and turned empty wine bottles into quite full water bottles. Great, more water. We need food so bad. Alright, at least Timmy's rested so he can go back out again. Who needs water? Was it Dolores? Yeah, Dolores needs water. We're gonna save the food until someone's literally dying of hunger. And we're gonna send Timmy out tomorrow and pray that he brings some food. Timmy's very hungry and he needs water. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna give... I kinda wanna give Timmy the food since we're gonna be sending him out. Or should I just give it to Dolores? Because one of the 2 of them is gonna need food. Like, real bad. Timmy needs water. I guess I'll hold on to the food one more day. Alright, Timmy's going. I feel like he should take the Boy Scout handbook with him. You know what, let's just send him out empty-handed. I really need to figure out what sending them out with stuff does. Because so far when I've sent them out with things, they always just break and it doesn't really seem to help. Timmy's gone. Dolores really needs to eat. Ted really needs to eat. Ted needs water and he's infected. Alright. So since Ted is infected, I'm not going to prioritize him. Dolores needs to eat. Ted needs water too? Yeah, Ted needs water. You can have water. One thing you don't expect is a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your doorstep and claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let those clowns in? They might provide some quality entertainment. I don't know, it depends. Do you think they're going to think that we're rich or poor? They're probably going to take all our stuff, right? Maybe they'll give us some food. Kind of have to take the risk. Oh, they just robbed us blind and Ted's dead. They took our gun and our scout handbook. That's too bad. The merry men were not merry at all. They told us we were rich and that we should share with the other 99%. Well, at least we still have our flashlight and our map. If we can just get one of those 2 adventures, we might be able to make it out of here. Dolores needs to eat. She needs some water. Can I have water? There's one sure way to get our attention. It's definitely banging on our door. Whoever it is, they're quite persistent. They've been at it for the past 5 minutes. You know what, at this point, we have an axe, so hopefully we can defend ourselves if we need to. Ted's dead. Everything is going to hell. And we're dead. Oh, man. Is this a good ending or a bad ending? We were taken out of our home in the dark of night and hastily transported to what the agents called a presidential bunker. It's amazing! Sure, the walls are a similar shade of gray, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supply is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let somebody else empty the bucket for a change. Does that mean we won? Or we just moved to a bigger bunker? We spent 47 days in the shelter. VIP paradise. Okay. So I think that counts as a win. It might not be the best ending, but we didn't all die. Ted starved to death. Ted starved to death on the day that he would have ended up in the VIP paradise. God damn it, Ted. But I think we were able to get that because we gave away the 4 water bottles. I think that's what got us this ending. Hey, at least we have a cat. So, what happens now though? Because we sent Timmy out for supplies, and he's gonna come back, and no one's gonna be here except Ted's skeleton. It's a very confusing ending. But hey, I'll take it. It's our first win. We're definitely gonna try to get the other victories in this game. Yeah, it looks like only Dolores survived. Timmy was left by himself. Dolores and her cat. She gets to become an old cat lady in a slightly larger bunker. Good for her. Alright, so 47 days and we won. Last time or the first run today, we made it 56 days and we lost. Because we didn't have the right items that we needed to contact the military. I'm pretty sure getting the military to rescue you is probably better than those secret agents taking you to a larger bunker. There must be a better ending than that. And it's kind of a shame because we had what we needed that run. You need the radio to make contact with the military, and then you need the flashlight and the map to like signal them to tell them where you are. But we never got the flashlight adventure this time, unfortunately. So I think that's going to be it for today. We did 3 runs of this game. 56 days was our longest, and I guess this kind of counts as a win. So I'm pretty happy about that. This is definitely a game I really enjoy though. And like I said, we have 60 parsecs as well, which is like the sequel to this game, and it takes place in space. So we'll probably do another stream of this game next Friday. And then, depending on how that goes, we'll probably do 60 parsecs for a couple weeks after that. Yeah, Stylen, I actually really enjoy this game. It's kind of simple, but super fun. And it's different every time because the rooms are procedurally generated. Before I go, for you guys that got here late, thanks Chuck. Yeah, I had a really good time too. Thank you for being here this whole time as well. For the guys who got here late, I want to show you just kind of how the game works. I'm not going to actually play this playthrough, but just to show you how the game starts. So what you guys saw was the kind of survival part, which is after you do your scavenging, you kind of try to live as long as possible in your bunker and try to find a way to get rescued. But I think the way the game starts is actually kind of the most interesting. It gives you 10 seconds to look around your house, which again is procedurally generated, and you can kind of figure out where things are, and then you have 60 seconds to grab kind of whatever you can to survive, including your family. So this is your 10 seconds to look around, see what you want to grab. You kind of always want to get a radio. Gas mask is good. There's the radio. But you also have to grab your family. So we got the radio and the map. Get this gas mask and the soup. And you have to drop this stuff in the shelter here. You can see in the top right corner there, that's our timer. We don't have a lot of time. Grab Timmy, grab Dolores. We didn't have the girl last run either. We weren't able to grab her, but I'll get her here. If I can get a really good run, there's a flashlight. This is actually a pretty good run so far, so I may save this for next time. Get the axe, get the gun. That's it for this. We'll have maybe one more little run here. With this suitcase. That first aid as well. Oh, I can't carry the first aid. Get this bottle. Oh man. Kind of want that first aid kit, but I don't think we can make it there. Yeah, so that's it. So that's it basically. You get 60 seconds. You grab whatever you can grab, and now you survive with what you got here. And every run is totally different because you grab different things every run. So this time we got the flashlight, which is really important, the radio, which is really important, and the map. Those are like 3 of the most important things. But as you saw, we didn't get much food or water. We got the suitcase. We got the gas mask, which is good. We didn't get the first aid kit, which is super important. Yeah, we sacrificed the daughter last time. I don't know if you saw. You can carry 4 spaces worth of items with you at a time, and the daughter takes up 3 spaces. The other family members only take up 2, so she's kind of inconvenient to get. The suitcase also takes up 3, and I think the suitcase can have like a variety of items in it. kind of shitty missile warning to give you 1 minute. When you're going through the tutorial for the game, they talk about that. They're like, I hope you enjoy our super advanced warning system that gives you a full minute to survive. But yeah, I think that's a cool part of the game. It really does make every run different. I'm pretty happy with this set of stuff we got, so I think I'm going to save this for next time, and we'll start off with this run kind of probably next Friday. The way I'm thinking about this game is anytime we have some time to fill on a stream, I'll probably play this for now. So like if we, Monday will still be Realm of the Mad God, Wednesday is going to be Sega Classics, but if we kind of get tired of the game we're playing and we want to change it up, we'll play this. But at the very least, we'll be playing this again next Friday. And then, like I said, we'll do the sequel, the Space one, after that, after we get bored of this one. Let's just see what we got. We got a checkerboard. We got a harmonica. We don't have much food or anything, but that can be remedied. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for being here. Cosmo, as always. Chucklefucks, thank you for stopping by, man. Stylin, thank you as well. Really, really appreciate you guys being here. I had a ton of fun. Great way to spend a Friday evening. Alpine Sierra and Dragon New Light, thank you guys for the follow. Chuck, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Appreciate that cheer, and thanks for doing it for charity as well. But yeah, that's going to do it. Merry Christmas to you, Chuck. Give my best to Yassi as well. I'm sure I'll see you guys soon, either here or on Ruddy's stream. When will I be on next? I'm planning on doing a Realm stream on Monday, Cosmo. It's Christmas Eve, so I probably won't go super late, but I'm planning on doing at least, I don't know, I'd say like probably like a couple hours of Realm on Monday. So I hope to see you guys on Monday. In the meantime, have a great weekend, and if I don't see you, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks again for being here. Have a great night.